as though the fire's flown away. Empty helmets line the crimson dust, where honor bled and steel turned to rust. No bugle sounds, no flags remain, only shadows carved in pain. The wind stands still, but feathers fall, like ghosts still answering the call. I speak, and black wings paint the sky. They circle low, they don't ask why. They've seen it all, and still they cry. The crows still fly where soldiers lie. I drink to names no stone recalls, to brothers lost behind these walls. Their laughter echoes through shattered trees. Their breath is gone, but not their pleas. No sermons left, no choir to sing, just silence wrapped in broken wings. The wind stands still, but feathers fall, like ghosts still answering the call. I speak, and black wings paint the sky. They circle low, they don't ask why. They've seen it all, and still they cry. The crows still fly where soldiers lie. One crow watches from my right, another waits to end the night. They saw the fire, they saw the flame. They know my face, they know my shame. They perch like kin on bones I bear, as if they know what's buried there. Some men came home to cheers and grace. I came back to an empty place. No welcome here, just ash and bone. A war that made me die alone. The wind stands still, but feathers fall, like ghosts still answering the call. I speak, and black wings paint the sky. They circle low, they don't ask why. They've seen it all, and still they cry. The crows still fly where soldiers lie, and so do I. The fire burned down, but the ashes stay. Boots still wait where I walked away. A flask on the table, bitter and strong. It numbs the years that have gone too long. I've wandered roads that don't lead home, carrying ghosts I drink alone. So I'll raise my glass to those who bled, to the quiet ones the world calls dead. They ain't forgotten, not while I pray. Still waiting where the smoke won't fade. Yeah, I'm waiting where the smoke won't fade. They said we'd heal when we came back. but we brought shadows in every track. We came back around, broken and bruised, with too many truths we never could use. But I still call their names at night, so they don't vanish without a fight. So I raise my glass to those who bled, to the quiet ones the world calls dead. They ain't forgotten, not while I pray. Still waiting where the smoke won't fade. Sometimes I feel the judgment near, like thunder crawling close and clear. But every dawn just brings the same, an empty room, a whispering name. Maybe justice ain't fire and light, maybe it's breathing through another night. So I drink for them, the bold, the brave, who didn't run, who never caved. And when my time comes, I won't sway. I've got my truth, I've got my say. I raise this glass to those who bled, to the quiet ones the world calls dead. They ain't forgotten, not while I pray. Still waiting where the smoke won't fade. Still waiting where the smoke won't fade. I was born where the silence cracked, in a shack where the night never gave nothing back. No lullabies, no cradle tune, just a broken sky and a blood-red moon. They said I came when hope had fled. No prayers were spoken, just fear instead. The wind was the first to speak my name, and the fire wept without a flame. I roam the path where no graves lie, no angels weep, no alibi, just smoke in my chest, thorns in my spine, and sins that rot like spoiled wine. I wasn't made to live, nor meant to die, just born beneath a star that wouldn't shine. I lay with ghosts in a rotted hall, their whispers crawl along every wall. They said you carry what we could not, a fate the heavens long forgot. The priest once tried to bless my brow, but his words turned ash, his hands turned foul. He cried, your soul's been split and sold to something darker than the cold. I roam the path where no graves lie, no hymns, no peace, just a hollow sky. The chains are rusted, the wind still bites, and my name ain't spoken in holy light. I wasn't made to live, nor meant to die, just born beneath Each mile's a scar I never chose. Each dawn brings voices only I know. The ones I loved, the ones I failed, now ride the storm that's on my trail. No loving arms, no home to find, just the hiss of dust and a twisted mind. And if I falter, if I fall, they'll drag me back through judgment's crawl. And I roam the path where no graves lie, a soul in smoke, a crooked cry. No stars above, no final bed, just a funeral song inside my head. I wasn't made to live, nor meant to die, just born beneath a star that wouldn't shine.
I was carved from dust and winds that moan, in a place where no one claims a stone. No cradle rock, no midwife's cry, just thunder rolling in a colorless sky. They said my birth was a broken sign. No hands reached out, no bloodline. The wolves howled first to mark my breath, and silence laughed in the face of death.
I walk a trail that leaves no flame, no light above, no given name, just sewed on my hands, ache in my chest, and the ghost of sins that never rest. I wasn't born to live, nor meant to stay, just cursed where shadows slip away. I slept in homes where no one stayed, with voices sewn in a hem of braid. They whispered, boy, your soul was sold to a wind that's bitter and a mountain's cold. The priest once knelt to read my fate, but his book burned black and sealed the gate. He said, this one walks where angels die, too far from truth, too deep a lie. I walk a trail that leaves no flame, no altar, no end, no sacred claim, just rusted prayers and hollow drums, and the sound of silence when judgment comes. I wasn't born to live, nor meant to stay, just cursed where shadows slip away. Secondhand from men who fell in this burnout land. No lullabies, no woman's grace, just dust and scars upon my face. I don't dare sleep, I don't dare pray. The dead still call from yesterday, and if I ever pause or close my eyes, the road will turn and swallow my cries. I walk a trail that leaves no flame, no mercy there, no one to blame. Lightning breaks but never stays, just echoes lost in endless haze. I wasn't born to live, nor meant to stay, just cursed where shadows slip away. No stone,
no tattoo to remember. These hands got stories carved in bone. Fists like stone, I carried rage from barroom fights to back road graves. Every punch a name engraved on knuckles that the devil made. Knuckles full of names I can't forget. The blood ain't gone, just turned to sweat. Every scar's a tale, every bruise still flames, and I sleep with fists full of names. I broke more men than I can count. Said it was justice, said it don't amount to nothing now but shattered frames and bones that whisper back their names. Knuckles full of names, cracked and raw, each one cursed by what I saw. I tried to wash them clean, but the guilt still claims these hands. These knuckles full of names. One more turn, I see their eyes inside my sleep and feel my fingers curl too deep. I ain't proud, but I ain't blind. The worst of me is what I find when I reach out to light a flame and see the ghost behind each name. Knuckles full of names carved in skin. The story ends where it begins. The dead don't speak, but they still remain in every knuckle, every name. I made my peace, but my hands never did.
Don't need no stone, just let the blues take me home. I've walked through fire, crawled through bone, carried sins I don't even own. I sleep with ghosts, I talk with flame. Ain't no preacher gonna know my name. bury me in the soul, not in the ground. Let the guitar cry, let the drums pound. No headstone needed, no farewell throne. Just lay me down, bury me in the song. My hand's done wrong, my tongue's been cursed. I've seen the best die and I've done worse. But there's a place in every chord I play where the dead can rest and the pain can stay. So bury me in the soul where the sorrow flows, where the notes remember what no one knows. Let the slide wail long, let the soul burn strong when it's time to go. Bury me in the song. I don't want dirt, I don't want prayer, just that old amp humming low somewhere. Let my sins rise with that moaning steel, where the truth cuts deep and the hurt feels real. If you find me gone at break of day, don't you cry, don't you pray. Play that riff I played too long, and let my shadow fade in song. Bury me in the song, not in regret. Let every wrong be the blues I let. If bones remember and dreams prolong, then let me live where the soul belongs. Just bury me, Lord, bury me in the song. Slide get told me like this tune, so let me go with the blues.
The road turned red and the wind smelled like home. I ran till the boots wore down the skin, left behind the place I'd sinned. Thought I burned the map, broke the chain, but the dirt called me back again. Devil waits where I began, by the rusted gate, with blood on his hand. He don't chase, don't raise no flame, he just smiles and calls my name. 'Cause no one runs from where they stand. The devil waits where I began. The well's still dry, the house still lean, the porch light flickers in broken dreams. Mama's ghost hums a lullaby
but her eyes asked me why I never died. The devil waits where I began. The same old chair, same old land. My name's still carved on the chapel pew, right next to the boy that never grew. I circled back like it was planned. The devil waits where I began. I thought the bones were buried deep, but they rose up in my sleep, and every night they led me home to face the seeds I should have known. Here I stand with blood-worn hands by the same oak tree where it all began. The wind ain't changed, the ground still speaks, and the devil's breath is in my cheeks. The devil waits where I began, not in hell, just a boy who turned into this man, and every step just fed the sand. Now I'm back where the devil stands. And the bones still hum my name.
I want peace, I want grace. I just want the fire to take my place. I walk past graves I didn't dare. Heard the whisper, felt each twig break beneath the cursed old boot, carrying sins I couldn't shoot, to burn at last, not to be saved, not to rise, not to be brave, just to feel the flame, erase the past, let it all end. Let me burn at last. Try to pray, but the words were asked. Try to sleep, but dreams just crash. And the voices clawing through the floor, screaming names I don't say no more. To burn and endless, no stone, no grave, no hymn, no preacher, no soul to wait. Let the heat swallow what I've made. No second chance, just burn it lead. You don't run from bones that know they rise each night from down below. And I'm tired of carrying what won't die, so let the fire kiss me goodbye. I'll build the pyre with my bare hands, out in the place where silence stands. And when the smoke begins to climb, I'll know I paid for every crime. To burn it less, not to forgive, just to stop the ghost I let live. If bones remember
speak, but it ain't my voice no more. Just the echo of the man I used to be. Walked out the grave, boots full of mud, smoke in my lungs and soaked in blood. I thought I left it all down below, but the dead don't sleep. They echo slow. Dead man's echo, that's all I am. A whisper crawling through no man's land. Every chord I strike, every word I throw comes back to haunt me like a dead man's echo. Played my blues on a rusted string, but the notes don't lie, they still sting. They moan like ghosts from a burning town and drag my shadow further down. Dead man's echo ringing through the night, a soul too cursed to chase the light. Every truth I sing, every lie I know rattles through my chest like a dead man's echo. I ain't breathing, just pretending. I ain't living, just unending. Every face I see looks right through, like they know I ain't the same man who once walked proud, now just a sound that bounces off the cold, cursed ground. Like maybe I ain't just the echo. Dead man's echo, writing my own song, a tune that's broken, played too long. I ain't alive, but I ain't let go. I just haunt myself like a dead man's echo. Yeah, I just haunt myself like a dead man's echo. The blues I play, left that town in ashes and smoke, but cold water steps on wooden floor. Still feel her blood behind that door. Cold water won't let go, no matter how far I ride. It claws my chest like a ghost inside. Try drowning it in whiskey, in thunder and snow, but that town still breathes, and it won't let go. I see her face in every firelight. Her cry still haunts my sleepless nights. They said I ran, said I survived, but I left half my soul where she died. Cold water won't let go, got its hands in my bones, pulls me back through the dust and stones. I've crossed state lines, but the wind still knows I'm branded in silence, and it won't let go. There's a church bell that never rings, a well of names I still can't sing. And in the dark when the coyotes howl, I swear I hear her voice somehow, whispering low, you never left, you just didn't die. Now every mile just bends me more, like the land remembers what I tore. The crows don't care, the sky don't speak, but the dirt below still leaks. Cold water won't let go, it lives in my spine like a cursed stitch deep in time. No grave, no prayer, no river flow can wash it away. Cold water won't let go. Slide guitar bends low, fading the dry wind. I left cold water, but it never left me.
the dust don't sleep.
I walk through miles of desert silence. Thought time would wear down the violence. The wind came sharp and the ground gave way. And the bones I hid began to sway. The dust cracked open and the past came through. With every step it followed true. I tried to run, but the ground had spoken. A man can lie, but the dust cracked open. Sun beats down, but I feel the cold of names I buried, stories untold. Scars ain't just under skin, they live. In every breath the desert gives. The dust cracked open and it breathed my name like a whispered curse wrapped in flame. What's dead don't die, it just stays broken, waiting for the day the dust cracks open. I see their faces in the heat haze bend. Hear their voices in the storm's dead end. Shadows crawl from under stone, calling back the sins I own. Footsteps deep in forgotten trail. My silence cracks like rusted nails. It ain't the fire that burns me whole. It's the wind digging through my soul. The dust cracked open, split me wide, laid bare the things I tried to hide. A man can run, but not be unbroken, 'cause the bones remember, and the dust cracked open. Everything I thought I buried.
She used to sing in the rain, now I hear her in the woods, dry, cracked and cold. There's a path where the pine don't grow, where the air hangs thick and the shadows know. I passed that tree 1,000 times, but last night I heard her cry. Her voice in the hollow tree, soft and low, calling me back to what I let go. I thought the past was buried deep, but now it wakes me from my sleep. Her voice in the hollow tree won't let me be. The bark is split like an open wound. The wind don't howl, it hums her tune. She said my name like it never left, and every word felt like a theft. Her voice in the hollow tree, sweet and wild, still sounds like sorrow wrapped in a smile. She never crossed, never found rest, just lingers where I laid her dress. Her voice in the hollow tree knows my regret. I burned the letters, broke the chain, but I still hear her in the rain. She sings of things I failed to do, of nights I ran instead of knew.
that twisted oak, and felt her hands in every smoke. She said, you left, but you still bleed, then vanished in the moss and weeds. Her voice in the hollow tree never dies. It bends the wind, it stains the skies. Some ghosts don't need to be seen, they live in cracks in what has been. Her voice in the hollow tree still lives in me. And I do. Every time I pass that tree.